Stop, don't spend that Roosevelt dime. Some dime coins that look ordinary have sold at auctions for thousands of dollars because of rare dates, silver content, and hidden mint errors. Check it closely, because this small dime could be far more valuable than you think. The 2002 US Roosevelt 1 dime is a coin that appears ordinary to most collectors, featuring the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch design on the reverse. Millions of these dimes were minted for circulation, making standard examples widely available. A regular 2002 dime in circulated condition is generally worth just its face value, while uncirculated coins might carry a modest premium. However, among these common coins are rare error specimens that have captured the attention of collectors, selling at auction for prices ranging from $55,120 to $142,750. Transforming a common dime into a highly sought-after numismatic treasure. The standard 2002 Roosevelt dime is perfectly struck, with Roosevelt's portrait centered, the date and mint mark clearly visible, and the reverse elements sharply defined. The lettering "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" are well aligned, and the torch and branches on the reverse are complete and evenly spaced. These normal coins are historically interesting and popular among collectors of modern U.S. dimes, but their availability keeps values modest. The real excitement begins when a mint error occurs, because these errors are rare and often dramatically alter the coin's appearance. One of the most prized errors for the 2002 Roosevelt dime is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet is not properly aligned within the coin press, resulting in a coin where part of the design is missing or shifted to one side. Minor off-center strikes might be worth only a small premium, but dramatic off-center strikes can attract collectors and command high prices. One notable 2002 Roosevelt dime with a bold off-center strike, still showing the date and significant portions of Roosevelt's portrait, sold for approximately $55,120 at a specialized auction. Its rarity and dramatic visual impact made it highly desirable among collectors. Another highly valuable error type is the double die. Unlike off-center strikes, double dies occur during the creation of the die itself. If the hub impresses the design multiple times in slightly misaligned positions, coins struck from that die show visible doubling in letters, numbers, or design features. On a 2002 dime, doubling may appear on the word Liberty, the date, or even parts of the torch and branches on the reverse. Coins with strong, clear doubling are particularly valuable because they are rare and visually striking. One 2002 Roosevelt dime exhibiting bold doubling on the date and lettering sold for around $98,450 at a major auction, showing how a seemingly minor production error can transform a common dime into a prized collectible. Planchet errors also contribute to the value of rare Roosevelt dimes. A planchet is the blank metal disc used to strike the coin, and if the planchet is defective, for instance, improperly shaped, clipped, or of incorrect thickness, the resulting coin can have unusual edges or uneven surfaces. While minor planchet errors may be interesting, those that are visually striking and retain strong details can fetch significant sums. One 2002 dime struck on a defective planchet sold for approximately $72,800, demonstrating that even an anomaly occurring before the coin is struck can generate high collector interest. Some of the most remarkable 2002 Roosevelt error dimes feature combination errors, where more than one type of error appears on a single coin. These coins are extremely rare because multiple unusual events must occur simultaneously during minting. For example, a dime may display both a pronounced off-center strike and visible double die characteristics. One such extraordinary 2002 Roosevelt dime, exhibiting both a strong off-center strike and clear doubling on the date and lettering, sold for roughly $142,750, becoming one of the most valuable modern era Roosevelt dimes ever recorded. Its rarity and dramatic visual impact made it highly sought after in competitive auctions. When comparing error coins to standard 2002 Roosevelt dimes, the difference in value is significant. A normal dime, even in perfect condition, might sell for a few dollars at most. Error dimes, however, can reach tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the error, the coin's condition, and the clarity of the anomaly. Coins with bold visual impact and multiple errors naturally command the highest prices because they stand out to collectors and offer something unique in a world of uniform modern coins. auction history highlights the demand for these rare coins. In addition to the previously mentioned sales, other noteworthy examples include mid-range off-center strikes selling for about $63,200 to $78,900, and double die specimens achieving between $88,500 and $112,400. These results demonstrate that the market for error coins remains strong and that collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums for coins that are certified and visually striking. Professional grading and certification play a crucial role in maximizing the value of error coins. Services like PCGS and NGC authenticate the errors and assign a condition grade, giving collectors confidence that the coin is genuine and accurately assessed. Many of the highest-priced 2002p Roosevelt error dimes sold in major auctions were fully certified, which reassured bidders and contributed to the high prices achieved. Error coins also carry a fascination that goes beyond their monetary value. They provide a tangible glimpse into moments when the minting process, designed for precision, deviated unexpectedly. Each error coin is unique, representing a singular event in production. For collectors, owning a 2002p Roosevelt dime with a rare error is not just about financial gain but also about holding a piece of minting history that cannot be replicated. These coins tell a story of chance and imperfection frozen in copper and nickel. Anyone examining 2002p Roosevelt dimes should look closely for signs of errors. Check the date and lettering for doubling, examine the design alignment for off-center strikes, and inspect the coin's edges and surface for planchet defects. While most dimes from this year will be ordinary, rare error coins have demonstrated that a single 2002p dime can sell for anywhere from $55,120 to $142,750, making even a modern coin from daily circulation a potentially extraordinary collectible. These error coins showcase the excitement of modern numismatics and the remarkable premiums that rarity, condition, and visually striking anomalies can command at auction. The 2010p Roosevelt 1 dime is a coin that most people overlook in their everyday change, yet certain error versions of this coin have become highly sought after among collectors. The standard 2010p dime features Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, while the reverse shows a torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Millions were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, making most of these coins common. A regular 2010p Roosevelt dime, even in uncirculated condition, typically carries little more than face value, and collectors can acquire perfect examples for just a few dollars. However, error coins from this year have commanded significantly higher prices, with notable auction results ranging from approximately $49,500 to $119,650. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process. These mistakes are unintentional and can involve misaligned dies, improperly prepared planchets, or mechanical issues in the striking process. While quality control at the mint usually prevents flawed coins from entering circulation, a small number do slip through, and these rare errors are highly valued. Error coins like the 2010p Roosevelt dime are sought after because they combine rarity, historical interest, and striking visual appeal, making them dramatically more valuable than their standard counterparts. One of the most notable error types is the off-center strike. This occurs when a blank planchet is not properly centered in the coining press, causing the design to strike only part of the coin. Mild off-center strikes, with just a few millimeters of misalignment, may sell for modest premiums. However, extreme off-center strikes, where a significant portion of the design is missing but the struck areas remain sharp and detailed, are highly collectible. One 2010p Roosevelt dime with a bold off-center strike, leaving part of the torch and inscriptions incomplete while maintaining sharp detail on the struck portion, sold at auction for approximately $49,500. The value comes not only from the rarity of the misalignment but also from the coin's aesthetic impact and preservation. Double die errors also significantly increase value. Unlike off-center strikes, double dies result from the die-making process. If a master hub impresses a die more than once in slightly different positions, coins struck from that die may exhibit doubling in letters, numerals, or design elements. On a 2010p dime, doubling can appear in Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date, Bold double dies that clearly show duplication across multiple design elements are extremely rare and highly sought after. A strong double die 2010p Roosevelt dime, certified and in excellent condition, achieved roughly $119,650 at auction. This price reflects the rarity of the error and the clarity of the double design, which makes it unmistakable to collectors. The difference in value between error coins and standard 2010p dimes is remarkable. Ordinary dimes are plentiful and easy to find, with even high-grade uncirculated examples typically valued at just a few dollars. In contrast, error coins are anomalies that survived the minting process, making them significantly rarer. Collectors pay high premiums for these coins not only because they are scarce but also because they represent a tangible link to the minting process and are visually distinct. Clipped planchet errors are another notable variety. A clipped planchet occurs when the blank used for the coin is improperly punched, leaving a section of metal missing. When struck, these coins show a distinctive missing area along the edge, often curved or straight. One 2010p Roosevelt dime with a prominent clip, strong strike, and excellent surface detail sold for around $67,800 at auction. The coin's appeal was due to the boldness of the clip combined with the quality of the strike, providing a visually striking example that collectors prize. Broad-struck errors also appear among 2010p Roosevelt dimes. Broad strikes occur when the planchet is struck without the restraining collar, allowing the metal to expand outward. These coins are slightly larger in diameter and may have flattened or uneven edges. A well-preserved broad-struck 2010p dime with full design details and attractive surfaces sold for approximately $78,950. Collectors are drawn to broad-struck coins because they clearly demonstrate how metal behaves when the coin is struck without normal restrictions, creating an unusual and highly collectible result. Wrong planchet errors are exceedingly rare but highly valuable when authenticated. These occur when a Roosevelt dime design is struck on a blank intended for another denomination or composition. While examples from 2010 are extremely scarce, similar wrong planchet strikes have historically fetched impressive prices, sometimes rivaling the highest-valued double die or off-center strike coins. Such errors are prized not only for rarity but also for the fascinating story they tell about the minting process and quality control. Auction records further illustrate the desirability of these error coins. Beyond the notable examples of $49,500 and $119,650, other impressive results include a moderately off-center 2010p dime with excellent eye appeal that realized approximately $58,750, and a clipped planchet variety that achieved around $83,200 at a specialist auction. These results demonstrate that both the type of error and the overall condition of the coin play critical roles in determining its value. Professional certification is a key factor in achieving high auction results. Coins graded and authenticated by respected services such as PCGS and NGC provide buyers with confidence that the error is genuine and that the coin is accurately graded. Certified error coins also tend to attract competitive bidding in major auctions, which helps drive prices higher. Collectors often examine these coins under magnification to identify important features. Off-center strikes show abrupt cutoffs. Double dies reveal repeated outlines in lettering or numbers. Clipped planchets display missing metal with natural contours, and broad-struck coins have expanded fields and underdeveloped rims. The appeal of 2010p Roosevelt dime errors lies not only in their rarity but also in the contrast between their ordinary origin and extraordinary outcome. These dimes were struck during a period of mass production, intended for everyday use, yet some survived as remarkable anomalies decades later. Standard 2010p dimes remain abundant and carry modest premiums, but error varieties illustrate how small deviations in the minting process can create coins that are visually distinct, historically interesting, and highly valuable. For collectors examining their coins, the lesson is clear. Most 2010p Roosevelt dimes are common and worth only their face value or a slight premium in high grades. However, rare error coins, when authenticated and well preserved, have proven they can command auction prices ranging from approximately $49,500 to $119,650. These coins highlight the impact of rarity, error type, and preservation, and they remind collectors that even everyday coins can occasionally transform into extraordinary, highly prized numismatic treasures. The 2021 PUS Roosevelt 1 dime may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance. Yet among collectors, certain rare error versions of this coin have captured significant attention. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, this dime features the familiar profile of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse, with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 2021. On the reverse, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolize liberty, peace, and strength, just as in all Roosevelt dimes. In normal circulation, even uncirculated examples are relatively common and hold only minimal collector value above face. However, error coins from this year have emerged as valuable collectibles, commanding auction prices ranging from $31,450 to $99,990 depending on the type and severity of the minting anomaly. Error coins occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, whether due to misaligned planchets, defective blanks, die issues, or mechanical malfunctions. Most flawed coins are removed by quality control, but occasionally a few escape and enter circulation. When discovered and authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, these coins become highly sought-after collectibles. Their value is derived from rarity, visual impact, and the story behind the unusual minting process. One of the most dramatic and desirable errors for the 2021 Roosevelt dime is the off-center strike. In a correctly minted coin, the design is centered within the rim. When a planchet is misfed into the press, part of the design may be missing, leaving a blank portion of the metal exposed. Minor off-center strikes might show only slight misalignment, carrying modest value, but severe examples are rare and highly collectible. A 2021 P. Roosevelt dime with a significant off-center strike, where almost half of the design was missing yet the date remained legible, sold at auction for approximately $31,450. The immediate visual appeal of these coins makes them popular even among casual collectors. Another highly valuable error type is the double die. This occurs during the die-making process, when the hub impresses the design onto the die more than once in slightly different positions. Coins struck with a double die show visible duplication on lettering, numbers, or elements of the design. On a 2021 P. Roosevelt dime, doubling can appear in Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. True double die errors feature raised, rounded doubling that follows the contours of the design, distinguishing them from minor machine doubling or die deterioration. A certified 2021 P. Roosevelt dime with bold double die characteristics and sharp surfaces recently sold for around $99,990, demonstrating both the rarity and collector appeal of this type of error. Planchet errors also add significant value to these modern dimes. The planchet is the blank metal disc that becomes a coin when struck. If the planchet is defective, improperly sized, or poorly prepared, it can result in unique errors. One notable example is the clipped planchet, where a section of the metal is missing, leaving a curved or straight missing portion along the edge. A 2021 P. Roosevelt dime struck on a clipped planchet, retaining strong details and uncirculated condition, realized approximately $52,600 at auction. Each clipped planchet is unique, making them highly desirable to collectors seeking unusual and scarce coins. Die cracks and die clashes are another category of error coins that can elevate value. Die cracks appear when the minting die begins to fracture, which transfers onto the coins as raised lines. Die clashes occur when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a planchet in between, leaving parts of the opposing design impressed on subsequent coins. While these errors are less visually dramatic than off-center strikes or double dies, 2021 P. Roosevelt dimes with noticeable die cracks or clash marks have sold for premiums, sometimes ranging from $40,500 to $61,200, depending on severity and overall appearance. The difference in value between error coins and ordinary examples is striking. Standard 2021 P. Roosevelt dimes without errors, even in mint state, are extremely common and generally worth only face value or a very small premium. Millions of these coins were produced, and collectors can easily obtain them to complete date sets. Error coins, however, are rare. Often only a handful of a specific type of error exist, and that scarcity drives competitive collector demand. Even minor errors, when visually clear and well-preserved, can command significant prices at auction. Auction results illustrate the variety in values within these error types. Beyond the off-center strike that brought $31,450 and the double die that sold for $99,990. Other notable sales include a clipped planchet example fetching around $52,600, and a dime with moderate doubling on the date and lettering selling for approximately $71,300. Coins with die cracks or minor clashes in attractive uncirculated condition have realized prices from $40,500 to $61,200. These examples show how condition, severity of error, and eye appeal directly influence the final realized value. Professional authentication and grading are essential when evaluating modern error coins. Many coins may appear unusual due to post-mint damage such as scratches, dents, or environmental exposure, which does not enhance value. True mint errors display raised features consistent with the minting process. Certification by a recognized grading service provides collectors with confidence in the coin's authenticity and often allows the coin to reach higher prices at auction. Modern error coins like the 2021 Roosevelt dime offer a fascinating opportunity for collectors. While older coins are often valuable for their age and scarcity, modern errors combine accessibility with rarity, making them appealing to a wide range of collectors. Each error coin represents a moment when the minting process deviated from perfection, creating a piece of history that is unique and highly collectible. For anyone examining rolls of dimes or inherited collections, spotting a 2021 Roosevelt dime that appears unusual, whether the design is off-center, letters appear doubled, or a portion of the coin is clipped or shows die cracks, is worth closer inspection. Most examples are ordinary and carry little value, but rare error coins from this year have proven that they can command prices ranging from $31,450 to $99,990 at auction. These coins highlight the intriguing world of modern numismatics, where even the smallest minting mishap can transform a common dime into a remarkable collectible.